Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope all of you are doing good in these corona times. I would like to thank all of those who have subscribed to my channel and liked my videos, and those who have not, I would request you all to subscribe to my channel so that you get a notification whenever a new video is uploaded. My channel Debit Credit with Akanksha Kalyani deals with ISC Accounts 11 and 12, ISC Economics 11 and 12, ISC Hindi 11 and 12. Now, ISC Accounts 12 has already started and it has a couple of the videos already on the fundamentals of partnership chapter. I'm just left with a last bit of the past adjustments and then we move on to goodwill. And the class 11s will definitely have to wait because I have to first definitely address the class 12s, but don't worry, I will introduce the class 11 syllabus too in a couple of weeks. I have also started the economics videos. I'm sorry there has been a lot of gap already, but I'll try to be more frequent. I have started the class 12 syllabus again. The class 11s I will start in a couple of weeks again, and I will start the Hindi syllabus in a couple of weeks. 11 and 12 is almost the same, so I will start with the first chapter itself. Coming to my last video, I have already discussed the definition of demand or the concept of demand and the factors that affect demand. Now, in this video, I am going to talk about the individual demand function and the market demand function. Now, when I talk about the individual demand function, now what is a demand function? Let's first understand that. Now, the demand function is nothing but an interrelationship between the demand for that commodity and the prices or the factors that affect the demand for that commodity. Now, in case of an individual demand function, I am going to express the demand function in case of a single individual consumer. Now, first, let's discuss the factors. I have already discussed, so I am going to list them. What are the factors that affect the demand for a commodity in case of an individual consumer? The price of the commodity, the income of the consumer, the taste and the preference pattern, prices of related goods, future price expectations. And these are all given an abbreviation which I have given in the brackets. Now, if I have to express it in a figurative term, I express it as DDX, or the demand for commodity X is a function of the price of X, the income of the consumer, the taste and the preference pattern, the prices of related commodities and future price expectations. So DDX is equal to f of Px, y, Ty, T, Py and Pf. Now, in reality, we say that the demand for a commodity is moved only by the price of the commodity. So in reality, I am going to keep other factors constant and I am only going to say that demand is an interrelationship between the demand for a commodity. The demand function is an interrelationship between the demand for the commodity and the price of that commodity. Now, so in that case, I express the demand function as ddx is equal to the function of px. Now, when I am saying that I am keeping the other factors constant, I am saying the ceteris paribus assumption is on hold. So, we are holding the ceteris paribus assumption for good. Now, what is this ceteris paribus assumption? The ceteris paribus assumption says that the demand for a commodity is only affected by the price of the commodity and all the other factors remain constant. Now, in case of the ceteris paribus assumption being released, every factor becomes into play. Now, the market demand function. When I am talking about the market demand function, I am talking about aggregate demand. So the demand for a commodity by all the consumers in the market. Now the factors that affect the market demand are the price of the commodity, demographic structure of the economy, population in the economy, and the income distribution. I have already written the abbreviations that are denoted to express these factors. Now, market demand function is nothing but an interrelationship between the demand for a commodity, the market demand for the commodity and the factors affecting the demand for that commodity. Now, so in that case, DDX or the market demand for the commodity is written as f of or a function of Px, Pd, Q and by D. Now, keeping the ceteris paribus assumption in mind, I will say that ddx is equal to f of px, where I am expressing the interrelationship in terms of just price. So, in case in the real world, ddx is equal to only the function of price, and I keep the ceteris paribus assumption in hold. Now, the reason why I am making these videos, I have been teaching for the last 10 years and I have seen students making the same common mistakes over and over again. And the key to cracking your economics paper is to write the answers correctly. You have to give definitions properly in the key terms. You have to give figurative examples or illustrations to define those terms. So I am definitely putting up all the figurative expressions on the board while the key terms are highlighted by me while I'm talking. Now, if the best way to score 100 out of 100 is to write the answers well. If you give figurative illustrations, then definitely you are good to go for 100 out of 100. Most of the students try and avoid this point and hence they don't get 100 out of 100. Those who have always scored well in under me. Now, I do take online and offline classes, and my number has been put up on the video. So you can contact me just in case you have any doubt or you need to take classes from me. Thank you. Do like my video and subscribe to my channel if you like the content. Thank you so much.